Hey guys, how you doing? Start over. Hey guys, how's it going? So today, the goal for today, we're going to go for a cruise. And the goal, like I said, is we're going to go to a store, maybe multiple stores, and try to stock up on food in case of an emergency. So the reason why I really want to do this is because over the last few days, we've been taking food out of our emergency, like family emergency bag, and using it because we like to use the food before it expires. And let me just tell you something funny, is right when we started doing that, there was a tsunami alert, and I was like, oh my gosh, please don't tell me we have to evacuate and I have like no emergency food. So yeah, if you have an emergency bag with like food in it, it's one of those things you can't just like make it and like leave it there for years and years and years. You got to check on it and like make sure the food's okay and check the expiration date. Most food has an expiration date. Not every food, but most food. So my list of what things I think I should pick up, what food, is my brain, and I'll come up with it as I go along. And basically what I look for is food with calories, that doesn't take up too much space, that you don't really need to prepare. Okay, we made it to the store. We're going to start looking for food that looks good for emergencies, that you don't really have to prepare. This store is actually considered like a bigger store here, but compared to like a normal store in the States, this store is pretty tiny. But I think we found our food. We'll just put a bunch of ice cream in the emergency bag. Oh wait, we probably should also get some ice. Tuna fish. Tuna fish is good because it has protein, it has calories, and it's just in a container. Like, you don't have to cook it or prepare it at all. You can just eat it right out of the can. This is what tuna fish looks like here. Okay, well, it doesn't expire until 2019. So that's pretty good. Let's get a few of these. Vegetables, not a good idea. Fruit's not a good idea because they won't really last more than a couple of days. This, not going to last very long. Not going to work out. So fruits and vegetables, they're good for you, and they're good for, if you're going to eat them within a few days. But if it's to put in a bag that you want to last for a couple of years at least, fruits, really, really bad. Not going to work out. Okay, we're going to grab some beans. Beans, because these are ready to go and you can eat them right away, and they last a little bit over a year. So usually before a year passes, we usually change everything out. These trail mixes only last about 6 months, but we're still going to get a few. Just have to remember to change them out every little while. This bag supposedly is supposed to have 36 grams of protein. That's a pretty good amount. So these are good. For how much? They barely take up any space. Okay, so we are going to get some pasta. So the ideal stuff for an emergency food like this is stuff that you don't have to cook, but we already got a few things that you don't have to cook. So we're going to get some pasta that you do have to cook. Because all you need to do is boil water. It's not a very complicated process. I'm going to get some mini Snickers, because if you're like in an emergency, maybe some chocolate will make you feel better and not so stressed out about the situation. Anyways, chocolate's just always good. Don't need to get buried in the box of food. We've come to another store to see if we can find more food, because that store did not really have that much like variety of stuff that I was looking for. Hopefully this is the place. So if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, tofu is a good option to have for an emergency, because you don't need to cook it. You can cook it, but you don't have to. And it has protein. Since I'm a pescatarian, I'm gonna get some. A lot of preppers or people who have like emergency bags, they keep a lot of like different like meat stuff, like beef jerky and just like maybe dried meat and stuff. But if you're a pescatarian or vegetarian or vegan, you gotta find other options. And there are other options. I wonder if the camera, the Canon 70D, is related to the 670D. They don't look much alike. Guess what we just did? We got the AC fixed. We haven't had AC for like a month, and it's super dusty and it's super hot. It's like the hottest time of the year right now, and that's when our AC breaks. Just fabulous. Awesome. I think the hardware store is like my most favorite store. Besides a mall. Mall beats the mall. I take that back. Amazon beats the mall. One of those cool necklaces. No, this is not a necklace. I don't know what this is for, but it just looks cool. I could spend hours in a hardware store just like looking at stuff. There's endless and endless cool things. I don't know why these hammers fascinate me. They're just so cool.
7, 4 metros.
También esto.
Yay, we got our stuff to set up a hammock. We already have one, but we got another one. But we needed some rope and some of these stronger carabiners. So now, whoa, I'm totally overexposed. That is weird looking. Okay, let's try to fix this. There, not totally overexposed. We're heading home, so it's time to show you guys all the stuff that I got from the store and kind of why I got it. Okay, so one thing in mind is that here in Costa Rica, there isn't the biggest selection of like food that's like really good for like survival or like long term, like it doesn't have like a long shelf life, but there are some things, so you kind of got to just make do with what you got. Okay, so I got the seven cans of tuna fish. I got 1 can of tofu. Okay, tofu is vegan and vegetarian, so if you're vegan or vegetarian, tofu is a good option for like emergency food. They have ones that are like in a box. They also have ones that are in a can. Can's better. It's not gonna like get punctured or go bad as quickly. Okay, I got 2 jars of good old peanut butter. Peanut butter, okay, it doesn't have the longest shelf life. These 2 last about like a year, but for how much protein and calories these little jars have, it's totally worth it. Because like one of these is enough calories for like 1 day for 1 person. So yeah, if you use this sparingly, like maybe each person gets like 1 scoop of peanut butter a day, you get energy, it has calories, protein, good stuff. I got some beans. Beans are good. You can have beans that you have to cook as well as just beans that are already in a can. These are just straight cooked beans that were put into a can. They don't have like too many like added things to them. 2 cans and then 5 packages of refried beans. Not the healthiest, but if you're surviving, you gotta eat what you can get. So some black beans, some red beans. These ones last about a year. So like every like little bit less than a year, I try to change out all my food. So like I'll start taking some of it out to use like in our kitchen, and then when we go to the store, I'll buy some new food to like replace the stuff that we took out. Garbanzo beans. This can will last from 3 years, so that's a pretty good shelf life. And garbanzos you don't have to cook either. So some of these foods like tofu, garbanzo beans, you can cook them, but you don't have to. Pasta. Okay, pasta, this is the only thing that I have that you do have to cook. This is one of those things where you wouldn't just like eat it, like you wouldn't cook it if you're like on the move or something, but maybe when you're at your campsite and you're gonna have like a dinner, you're gonna have your dinner, then you pull out the pasta. You don't pull out the pasta when you're like on the move, just stopping to cook some food. 2 cans of sardines. No one in my family likes sardines, but dogs, they love sardines. And if you have pets, you gotta think about your pets. So we have 2 dogs. Okay, so all this food that I'm showing you guys isn't all the food that I have in my bag. Trail mix, this lasts a little bit under a year. And mini Snickers. Okay, mini Snickers, the reasons for these is if there's an emergency and maybe like me and my family were like trying to get from point A, destination from point A to point B, and we like maybe like get a little bit tired, then you get one little Snickers, and that'll give you a little burst of energy, some sugar, to keep going to get to your destination. So these are just like little snacks to keep you like maybe happy and positive about when you're in an emergency. So that's all the food that I got today. I will be adding to this, so next time I go to the store, I'll probably pick up a few more things, like maybe some more beans, maybe some more of just like whatever, because different stores here, some of them like don't have things that other stores do have. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Some stores here don't have stuff that other stores do have, so we only went to 2 stores for this, but next time when we go to a different store, I'll see what other stuff they have and maybe pick up a few more things. Okay, so as you see, there's no water in here. So that's a wrap for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this little vlog, and I'll see you guys next time.